Everyone thinks a contactless payment ring is just a flashy gimmick, but here is the thing. The K ring can actually beat your phone and wallet in real life because it is battery-free, waterproof, and fast, if you know its limits. Most reviews stop at cool factor. I went past that. Over 3 weeks, I used the K ring for 57 transactions across transit gates, supermarkets, cafes, the gym, and a rainy 10K run. I wanted to know, does this ceramic band hold up when your phone dies, your hands are full, or terminals are finicky? What I discovered surprised me, both the wins and the gotchas, and one specific edge case nearly killed it for me. Keep watching. Before we dive into what I discovered, quick heads up. If you are already convinced and want to grab it at the best current price, I have the link below. But stick around, because the deal breaker I hit on day 5 might change how you set it up. Here is why I even bothered. I am the person who forgets a wallet on the kitchen counter and drains a phone by 7 p.m. Commuting in a packed city, sprinting through turnstiles, juggling coffee and a gym bag, I wanted truly hands-free payments. Watches are great until they need charging or you are in the pool. Cheap NFC rings I tried before, total disappointments, unreliable, awkward fit, and one refused payments after a few taps. I wanted something I could wear 24/7, shower with, lift with, swim with, and tap anywhere that takes contactless. The K ring promises exactly that. A ceramic, scratch-resistant, waterproof ring with an embedded contactless payment chip that works anywhere a standard contactless terminal does. Sounds perfect, right? I was hopeful and skeptical. Testing started with daily commuting. Visual, cut to me tapping through a busy gate. Day 1 through day 7, the ring hit London-style turnstiles and bus readers at rush hour. First tap success, 44 out of 47 times overall. Most reads were under 1 second once I learned the sweet spot. Align the edge of the ring's logo to the contactless symbol and hold still. But then, on 2 mornings, the gate misread because I brushed too quickly. Second tap fixed it, but when there is a crowd behind you, that half-second matters. Still, compared to fishing a card from a wallet, it was faster every time. Next, grocery and coffee runs. Visual, tap at a supermarket terminal. Over 2 weeks, I did 18 purchases from 2.10 coffees to a 43.70 weekly shop. Every mainstream terminal that accepts contactless worked. No PIN prompts, no battery anxiety, no app spinning. But then we hit the edge case. A small petrol station with an older terminal declined contactless entirely. Not a K ring issue per se, the terminal was set to force chip and PIN after a daily threshold. With a ring, you cannot insert a chip. I used a backup card, so the lesson. 99% of modern places are fine, but keep a backup for legacy terminals. This is true with any tokenized wearable. Gym and water test. Visual, underwater tap demo in a waterproof case or poolside. The K ring is ceramic and fully waterproof, so I wore it lifting, showering, and even during a pool session. Chlorine did not bother it, and it never set off locker security. Post-swim coffee. Tap worked first try, even with wet hands. This is where it absolutely beats watches and phones. No charging, no sweatband rash, no moment of panic when your watch battery dies midday. Fit and daily comfort. It is smooth, slightly thicker than a classic band, and non-metallic, so it will not trigger metal detectors. But here is the friction point. Sizing. You cannot resize a ceramic ring. If you get it wrong, it will either spin or strangulate when your fingers swell in heat. I recommend using a proper sizing kit and testing morning and evening, then choosing the tighter of the comfortable sizes. It is the difference between forgetting it is there and hating it. Security and management. Look, here is what nobody tells you. A payment ring is only as safe as your settings. Keep a modest balance, use auto top-up conservatively, and be ready to freeze it quickly if lost. Tokenized contactless means your actual card number is not on the ring, which is good. But if someone steals it, they can tap small purchases until you freeze it. I set a low balance and kept notifications on so any tap pinged my phone. That balance strategy made it feel safe. Here is where it gets interesting. The biggest surprise was not speed, it was reliability after my phone died. On day 10, my phone tapped out at 5 p.m. The ring kept me moving through 3 shops and a transit ride home. No battery, no pairing, nothing to charge. That is the promise fulfilled. But the real catch, the ring is only as seamless as the payment ecosystem you attach it to. If your setup relies on a top-up that you forget to fund, or you travel to places with finicky offline terminals, you will hit inconvenient declines. I invested 3 weeks, 57 transactions, and forced myself to live Ring first to feel these edges. Compared to a smartwatch, this was more consistent underwater and in the locker room, and obviously battery-proof. Compared to pulling a physical card, it was faster in crowds and while carrying stuff. Versus cheap NFC rings, it is night and day in build and payment acceptance. Too good to be true, almost. If you expect it to replace every payment scenario everywhere, you will be disappointed. It is contactless only. Old terminals that demand chip will reject, and sizing is non-negotiable. But if you want the fastest, most forget it's their way to pay for 98% of your daily taps, this is the sleeper win. Now that you know the biggest win is battery-free reliability and the biggest gotcha is legacy terminal edge cases and sizing, here is the move. Grab it while sizes are in stock and set your balance strategy on day one. Link is in the description for the best current price and any promos I can find. Bottom line. The K Contactless Ring is a yes for commuters, runners, swimmers, busy parents, and anyone who hates juggling phones and cards at gates and counters. Get it if you live where contactless terminals are the norm and you will take 5 minutes to nail your size and balance settings. Skip it if you are frequently in places with old-school chip-only machines, if your ring size fluctuates a lot, or if you want deep budgeting features baked in. For the rest of us, it is a tiny wallet on your knuckle that just works, not a gimmick, a tool, and once it clicks, you will wonder why you waited.